Welcome back to This Week in 23 Sports. I'm your host, Eleanor Sheehan, alongside my co-host, Brea Williams, and we are here to tell you everything you need to know about Mizzou sports.
We have a great show today. Football, volleyball, soccer, and all updates on fall sports are coming up.
Welcome to This Week in 23 Sports, your premier University of Missouri sports update show.
The homecoming football game was last Saturday, and Mizzou football was able to get a very much needed win against North Texas after losing badly to Tennessee 2 weeks ago.
That's right, Brea. Mizzou was able to gain a lead in the first quarter with an interception from Chris Abrams at North Texas 26-yard line, and Tyler Beatty went for a 12-yard touchdown on the left side at half. The Tigers were up 31-7 against UNT.
Exactly, Eleanor, but that didn't stop the Tigers as they continued with a 41-yard pass from Baselak to J.J. Hester, a 40-yard field goal from Mevis, and better yet, a pick six from freshman tackle Makai Wingo. The Tigers ended the game 48-35. Looking into Saturday, the Tigers in their homestead against Texas A&M with an 11 a.m. kickoff.
Volleyball was back at Hurd Center on Wednesday night versus Alabama. Missouri and Alabama took this match all the way to 5 sets. The Tigers started off the first set strong with an 8-point lead and would not let up. Tigers won the first set 25-20.
Alabama responded by winning the next 2 sets, 25-21 and 25-17. The Tigers were able to win 8 of the last 10 points and the fourth set to sit in the second. Mizzou won the fourth set 25-21. Going into the fifth set, it was a close race to 15. Unfortunately for other fans, it was Crimson Tide who got their last 4 points to win the set 15-13.
Mizzou's top Tiger was junior Anna Dixon, who led the Tigers with 24 kills. Mizzou volleyball will compete against another Alabama team next week. The Tigers will travel to Auburn, Alabama to face the Auburn Tigers on October 17th and 18th.
Soccer hosted Georgia last Saturday. Soccer got its 5th loss of the season in the SEC. In Thursday's games, the Bulldogs led 25-4 in shots, but Mizzou McKenna Sheen held her ground with 7 saves on the night.
The Tigers were able to get a few shots early in the match, but could not put the ball back into the net. Georgia won the game 1-0. Missouri soccer will play the Florida Gators this week and try to get their, they played the Gators this week and got their first SEC win. It was 2-2 at the end of the game, so Missouri and Florida had to go into overtime. In overtime, it was Mizzou's Jaden Easley who got the winning goal just 51 seconds into OT. This was the first time Mizzou soccer won in Gainesville. Coming off their first win in the SEC, the Tigers will play Arkansas on Friday.
On Tuesday, Mizzou men's golf team finished the SEC Match Play Championship. Over the 3-day tournament, the Tigers played 4 matches against SEC teams and got a total of 7.5 points. Sophomore Jack Luden led the Tigers in the tournament. He went 3-0-1 and totaled 18 birdies. Luden's best performance came on Tuesday in his final match against Mississippi State with 5 under 63 in 17 holes.
As for the entire Mizzou men's golf team, the Tigers lost its opening match to Tennessee 4-1 before bouncing back in pool play 4-1 victory over Auburn. Rounding out the match play, the Tigers fell in a tightly contested matchup with Kentucky, 3.5 to 1.5 prior to the 1-4 loss against Mississippi State.
The Tigers had a weekend off of competition before concluding the fall schedule October 29th to the 31st at Steelwood Collegiate Invitational in Alabama. It will be the 5th and final tournament in the fall before Mizzou plays February 12th to 13th at the Florida Gator Invitational. Well, it's 2 names you know well when it comes to Mizzou tennis. Brant Merguet and Marta Oliveira dominated the ITA All-American Tournament last week, even though they had multiple weather delays.
On Thursday, in the first round of singles, Merguet beat number 41 Carly Briggs from Florida. The singles tournament was canceled after the first round because of multiple weather delays on Tuesday and Wednesday.
As for doubles plays, Merguet and Oliveira lost to Pepperdine in doubles main draw round of 32 with a score of 5-8. They returned to defeat Auburn in the Constellation Tournament 8-2 and advanced to the back draw semifinals, but the duo fell to number 50 LSU in the semifinals 4-6 and 3-6.
The head coach, Chris Wilton, said, "Once again, history has been made. No one has ever done what these 2 girls have done this week. Results don't define them, but making memories does.
Totally agree. The Tigers will compete in the final tournament for the fall season, the ITA Regionals, next week. The ITA Regionals are held in Iowa City from October 21st to the 24th.
There are plenty of Mizzou sports to watch this weekend. Volleyball, soccer, and of course, football tomorrow. It's home. You got to check that out.
Catch us back here next week for more in This Week in 23 Sports. I'm Brea Williams.
And I'm Eleanor Sheehan. Have a great weekend, Tigers.